uplink. Probably the best game of the entire day, in my opinion. It's now going to be FaZe, though, against Infused at the top half of the bracket. And now it all comes down to the bottom half. Will we see the battle between the green wall?
So domestically, these two teams are both they both won their leagues. So Vitality won the EU Pro League, and OpTic won X Games, which was the finale for the league. So it's going to be 1-on-1 against continents. But obviously, I think OpTic Nation are quite far ahead of where Vitality are at. I can't see an upset in this one, I'm afraid.
If Vitality is going to beat OpTic Gaming, Shane, star player in your mind?
I think it's going to come down to Tommy. He's a good leader in game. But then again, Josh was the first person to beat OpTic when they dominated Modern Warfare 3. He seemed to like playing against them. I said earlier yesterday, he has about 45 minutes a year where he's the best player in the universe, and he's going to need to pull that out now to beat a team like this.
Watson was looking like a top 10 player last night, but before we get to Vitality, we got to introduce you into probably the most popular team in console esports. Let's take a look at OpTic Gaming. This crew, they've won so many titles, 7 and 8 W. You got a world champion in Crim6, playing next to what many consider to be the best assault rifle player in the game, Formal, a Halo champion, making the transition to Call of Duty since he has dominated the scene, playing alongside the two-time world champion there, second to left on your screen, and of course, everyone's favorite Ginger. Sorry, Gunch, you're number 2 in my mouth. Scumpy here. But as you take a look at this lineup here, all 4 very intimidating players within the game. Who would you hate to play the most, though?
It's hard to know where to start. There's so much talent on that team. I have to go with, from previous experience from playing this team, Formal of recently, he's been absolutely electric. Like every single time, like his ball is just on point. He doesn't miss shots. And then you got Crim6. I don't think I've ever even beaten him. Not even been close. He's literally just. He's just a genius at knowing how to win a game, how to close out games. Like we'll go toe to toe with them, and then we'll just lose composure. He'll just take over.
Shane, when you look at that OpTic Gaming lineup, who would you not like to face off in a 1v1 for $50,000?
I just let him have the money there and then.
Go.
In this game, I would say Scump. Scump is like coming to a world of his own in this game, and slaying wise, he has been absolutely incredible. But there is no weak link in that team. Every team usually has one of the players that's not as good as the rest, but this team, it's just absolutely flawless all
round. Do you
think
Karma's got a lot to prove?
I guess so, but I think the critics he gets are kind of unwarranted.
Yeah.
You know how he's been throughout the years. He's, in my opinion, he's one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest player of all time. I think he's doing a bit of a role that he's slightly more uncomfortable with OpTic, but with a player like Karma, he'll fill that in pretty easily.
Yeah, he kind of silenced the haters in game 1 of the tournament. He just dropped the most kills on the map. Really impressive performance from all 4 players, though, across the week. And on the other side of the stage, though, they're going up against the underdogs Vitality, and this is a team also consisting of some explosive players. For those of you unfamiliar with the European players, let's break it down for you. We got Watson, PD, Tommy, and Josh. Gunchy, let's start with Watson. What do you like about this guy? What
I like about him is, at the small scale European events, he's nothing special. But as soon as he gets to that international stage where the money's on the line, since COD Champs really, he's been so good. He's been so consistent. He's really carried his teams to victory. And at the minute, I can't really see him going past top 8. But it's been a really good effort so far to get into this situation. They had some big results over the weekend. But yeah, that's as far as they're going.
And then the rest of the squad here, we kind of talked about Tommy being the leader, PD kind of an explosive S&D player. You just got to let him do his thing. And you said Josh, he's kind of been a troublesome player for OpTic Gaming. What does Josh bring to the table, Shane?
He's a very hype player, which in my opinion is incredibly important in Call of Duty. When there's intensity in the booth, like we know firsthand how much easier it is. Like when you get the adrenaline glowing, everyone starts playing great. And also, Josh I think he's got the best communication in that team. He is very, very Birmingham though. So when he starts speaking very fast, you are not going to understand a word he's saying.
Yeah, he's kind of a person that you don't pick up for your pure gun skill, do you? You kind of look at like what he brings to the team outside of that in terms of like leadership, positive attitude, and how much he talks. He literally does not stop talking. When he gets someone one shot, he'll say one shot for about 30 seconds straight until that guy is dead. So he's very clear in communication.
Finish the kill, man.
He knows how he wants to close out the game. but he's not going to be closing many games out in this matchup.
Let's take a look at our key player battle here. This is the matchup we've been looking forward to. Scumpy, a 1.16 overall KD when it comes to the hard points, but Watson really putting on a show yesterday against Team Caliber, helped them secure their victory in both hard points, a 1.35. And, you know, you see also 7.5 caps out of Watson. He's not just that player hanging back, picking up the easy kills. He's getting into that hard point and causing some chaos. When it comes to the Slayer rating, though, Scump's putting up almost 5 more kills per game than Watson so far. Very close to a 40 bomb almost every single respawn.
Doing that on an average is absolutely incredible. Like, getting 30 is, on an average, is amazing. But 37, maybe that contest stats could help here, but that could be the highest we've seen so far at an event. That is definitely the key player battle, in my opinion. Watson had the game of his life the first TCM last night. I think he maybe dropped 47, 48 kills on the hard point. But doing that against OpTic's a whole different story. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that, but I would love Vitality to be able to pull something off here.
The difference between them two, in my opinion, is Watson, he can have his bad games, he can have his bad events. In terms of Scump, I don't think I can say a time where I've seen him play bad. He's just so consistent across the board. You'll never see him like proper not do anything for his team, and you can blame it on him. He's just a constant, constant kills, constant going for the OBJ. He's just an all-around excellent player. I
was looking through the numbers actually real quick. Shout out to our friends over at COD Stats, JP and crew. Scump is number 2 right behind Zuma. Zuma has a 37.5 overall Slayer rating, dropping 37.5 kills per game. Scump right behind him at 37.09. So number 2 overall. They're on opposite sides of the bracket. Would love to watch that matchup a little bit later. But I'm saying look out for Scump in this game number 1. Fellas, let's wrap this up here at our Top Man analyst desk. Give us your overall prediction, Shane. Vitality, how many games can they take from OpTic Gaming?
I think they're not going to take any. I think it's going to be a comfortable 3-0 for OpTic, unfortunately.
Trio.
I think it's going to be 3-0 as well, but just to be different, I'll say 3-1 OpTic.
Just to be like Gunshi, I'm going to go 3-1 OpTic as well. Fellas, that's it for us up top. Let's send it down to our casters. We have the beautiful Brycey alongside Matthew J. Morello.
Thanks, Puck. Gunshi, sometimes I don't think it's that good to be different. I'm going to agree with Shane. I think this is 3-0. I think this is an easy one. Sometimes you shouldn't just be different just to be different. It's okay to follow people sometimes. I think Shane hit it right in the head. I think this is a 3-0 in favor of OpTic, but Vitality, they have the pieces to make some noise in this one.
Okay, so for me, this comes down to the only kind of weakness I see in OpTic is that OpTic are a hammer, and they play like a hammer. The OpTic will only really ever struggle when another team plays chaotic and don't let them get pinned down. Because OpTic want you to come face-to-face with them. They said it's kind of you can see it in the way they play hardpoint. They late rotate. They don't care. They quite happily give away that rotation because they will come through and smash through in the break.
Well, they challenge you. They pretty much question your gun skill until you prove it, which they have the right to do that. I mean, you look at the players on that team. I mean, Scump, Karma, Formal, and Crim, 4 of the best players in Call of Duty. I mean, you can argue that.
Which is why if Vitality go head-to-head with them, I agree with your statement. It'll be a 3-0. If you play just on matchups, it doesn't work out for Vitality.
But how do you think Vitality is going to come out and play it?
I think they will go straight on matchups, and that's what's going to bother me here. For me, realistically, PD can be quite key in this for Vitality. If Vitality want to win, they've got to let PD run loose and play so chaotic that they struggle to pin him down, and that's going to allow Watson to play the way he wants to play and get some kills down as well. If they go head-to-head with OpTic, they're going to lose.
Yeah, I agree with you. The maps we're going to see in the series: Detroit Hardpoint, S&D on Solar, Comeback Uplink. Then saw the last 2 maps there. I believe it's a Retreat Hardpoint, and then a what's the S&D at the end?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. Yeah, I think it's a Riot S&D. I've seen it throughout the entire day. But no, Hardpoint, see right there, 90% of the teams who win the first Hardpoint go on to win the entire series. This one seems like it should be in favor of OpTic. I mean, Scump's going to be a lot to handle here for Vitality. And I think Vitality is going to challenge him straight up. Watson seems like the player who's
Watson won't back out from anybody.
I'm going to prove myself right here. And then
I was speaking to Tommy about this earlier. He said it's hard to keep control of Watson and PD sometimes. He says you've got to kind of let them run loose and at the same time trying to rein in some of their more wild tendencies.
Yeah, and right off the break,
there's Watson
nobody going to get control of the hill. Everyone just fighting around it. Watson's going to jump in first. You see, going to start 2-0. And the last 2 maps are the Hardpoint Retreat and Riot S&D, so we were correct. So it's going to be Vitality jumping down to a quick early lead here. Watson 4-0 to kick things off. No, you're gonna need big games at him and Respawn if they're gonna contend, Bryce.
Yeah, Watson is the one player who wants to go head-to-head, and I was speaking to Tommy earlier. He goes, although Watson's getting quite famous for his BAL, he says sometimes he just wants to run the SMG. And Tommy said when he does that, he says it's best just let him do it. Because he's struggling to kind of keep Watson in a position he wants him in. Tommy, if people don't know Tommy and his captain style, he's very direct and very kind of controlling of the way he wants his team to play. And he said he's actually had to kind of take a little bit of hands-off approach with these two players.
Right, with Watson and Petey, it's probably the wrong way to approach this team. I think it's also the way you kind of look at it for OpTic, right? They don't really have set roles anymore. That all four of them are so versatile and talented. I mean, you're always going to see Formal with the BAL, but we've been seeing Krim with the BAL more this weekend, Karma with the SMG and Respawn, so they are willing to change things up if they're not working. And they're controlling this second hill. Should be able to make a little bit of a comeback. Josh trying to come through the side door. He's got one player in front of him. That's going to be Scump. Scump's able to take him down, come through this back alley, going to put some more shots at another player. And you see OpTic starting to heat up here. You have Formal on a 2-streak, Scump on a 3-streak. Krim in the hill. He's going to die at the hands of Josh. And it's going to be OpTic taking a little bit of a lead here. I think you're just going to see teams pull away on these next two hills. These are the really important ones on this map.
Watson managed to get in there, picks up the two-piece though, looking for this scrap time, and his teammates will help him hold it down as well. Just needs to pre-fire here, and it's going to be Scump coming in, and Scump should have the better of him in this scenario, but no, still Watson pulls it out, but it's going to be the nade that will shut down. No scrap time for either team. Rotation kills going on. Josh will be teamed up there with Petey to get this one. Neck and neck so far. Advantage at this point going in favor of Vitality as they do have this rotation.
Yeah, but OpTic's trying to get all the way for that back spawn down by the bottom of Garage. You see two players pushing that out. It's going to be Karma picking up a big two-piece. Petey's going to come down, shut him down. It's going to be Krim working up top. He's going to pick up Josh, and it's going to be OpTic in control of the hill here, Bryce. They did a great job putting pressure on that back spawn, able to break that. You see Vitality still spawning there now because you have Josh just holding it down, holding that position, not trying to push into Garage. He's going to push in now. And you see the spawns have flipped bright. It's going to be OpTic in control of those good spawns.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about earlier. I mean, how many teams do you know can just late rotate like that and break a hill so easily?
Two.
Yeah.
I know two, actually. There's OpTic and FaZe. Those are really the only two teams that can get away with that.
And it's stereotypical. I said, many teams would be really punished by, late rotating. But you know what? Let's actually go to a listen-in with OpTic Gaming and find out how they're doing.
Got him. I'm holding it back, guys. I'm backing up.
Window, Dev.
Nice. Rush,
Let's go to window.
Get to window.
He's ramp.
I got him. Mid.
I'll get him.
Orange crate. Nice. One more back in the back.
In
the back. Got me. Back door.
Back door.
Nice, good job.
I saw
One more back door. Back door again. He's not weak. Nice. One more back door. They're flooding back.
Got him. Another one. I didn't hit him.
Yeah, he's one shot, dude.
Last one. They're spawning ramp. They're spawning ramp still. They're spawning ramp.
We're close. One's gonna be window.
One's front stun.
Window weak, guys.
Got
Nice,
him.
good trade. Watch the back. Back door.
I got him.
I spawned mid, all four.
I got your blue. I'm
I
looking
don't see
your
him
blue.
spawning in the back yet. Could be garage.
Yeah, I'm sending
One front, absolute. One more.
Got
him. Nice, two.
Two more.
Another
Let's go push in, Dev.
Nice, good job, Damon.
You can go.
I don't see anything green.
They're gonna be stopped. Main room already.
Sidewalk, blockers. I go on fire. Two
One more fire.
One's weak as shit. Fire. Last one's in
Last
hill.
guy. Find high glitch.
One shot, nice, good help.
Okay,
What's coming box? Same
going box. Yo, I spawn
He's
lockers.
weak,
Push it out.
Yeah, I spawn crates.
Someone flank lockers.
Two guys can shoot one shot.
I need a fire window.
Hit that.
They're all stunned mid.
One more pit. Fire.
I'm coming behind him. I'm behind him.
One more
Three.
fire.
I spawn lockers.
School steps. One guy.
One. Come to school stairs again. School stairs dead.
I spawn crates.
Blue stairs, back box.
Fire, Dev. Another one back box, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pushing out.
Well, X, to me, this seems very one-sided at the moment, and it was kind of what I was afraid of for Vitality. They seem to be going head-to-head against OpTic and failing. You saw there a full green push around elbow, straight into the teeth of OpTic Gaming, and they just got melted.
It starts with OpTic getting the good spawns on Garage, right? They're able to keep spawning back there for that fourth hill. And then once they get control of that OpTic, Vitality just kept flooding through the front. They never tried to come across and break that, try to go that 18-wheeler. Right at the beginning, you saw Formal. We were on with him for a second. He was able to win one gunfight. And then that was the last time they even challenged it. And OpTic was able to take a ton of time there. And that's one thing we both thought was going to happen, right? That Vitality was going to try and outgun them straight up. And worked for about minute 30 seconds. Then it all started to go in OpTic's favor. And you actually heard Karma with a lot of communication there. And I think for a lot of the time, people say, that's really the knack on him. He's not a great communicator. I think when he's playing his best, he's really engaged in the game. He does communicate well. And I think that's really the sign that you know Karma's playing well, when you do listen in and he's very vocal. Sometimes he can be pretty quiet, and then that's when you start to get the up and down games when he is communicating and really involved in the game. Obviously, one of the best players in Call of Duty history.
Yeah, it's something that's actually that's infuriated me about what people were saying about this OpTic gaming team and the criticism that actually came at Karma because he wasn't dropping as much numbers as his teammate. Now he's dropping them. You don't see, as phenomenal numbers from maybe Scumpy or Crim. I mean, they are
there's
positive.
only so many. Yeah. There's only so many kills in the game
you can have.
Right? I mean, not everybody.
Football's a freak, however. He's 30 and 14.
I mean,
That's just ridiculous.
I mean, he always seems to be at the top. He always finds his kills, but it's. There's only so many kills on the map. It's like not everybody can finish with 40 kills. It's not a perfect world. There's sometimes where, Scump's going to go for 40. Sometimes where Crim's going to go for, 35, 38. And then, everybody else, they're not going to have as many kills. So I think a lot of the knack, some people just criticize just to criticize, right? They just kind of have to figure out a reason.
They didn't do it as well, so I'm going to blame this player. Because,
Right.
Somebody has to be the fault.
When, I mean, sometimes it's just the other team was better.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the criticism some of the players get isn't exactly, right.
Yeah, especially when it comes off stats. It's not exactly how that works, especially when you consider the players that are bait players or maybe they're the bomb planter, and obviously in that position you're statistically more likely to die more than your teammates when you're playing objectives.
Yeah, I mean, all these players we know, they're world class. I mean, it's not like anybody's going to come here and really
they haven't just invited some pub players off the street to come and play this tournament. This is some of the best teams in the world competing for $100,000.
I mean, OpTic's making it look like that right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of one-sided.
212 to 104, heavily in favor of OpTic Gaming. I mean, Scump playing well as usual. Formal 33 and 19, Karma 27 and 19. Those two guys really leading the way for OpTic. But I want to go to a listen with Vitality, see if they can mount a almost miraculous comeback here, Bryce.
Let's go.
One bully.
So good, lads, keep it up.
Come on. Serious, keep your shots up, it's fine. We know that's the map.
Keep talking.
Top round.
Top P1. Ron's flanking you, he's weak there. Nice, one's flanking you, formal.
Window. Right in.
Nice,
job.
formal.
Right in, one.
He's weak.
Okay,
Two round.
Crim one shot. He's on the stairs at the top round on the left.
He got me. Fuck's sake. I had to reload.
It's all good. Front window. Top out, left dead.
Oh, he's ambulance. Push here.
Wait. Just keep killing
One shot, he's not weak.
Yeah. He is weak.
One flank.
Okay,
Get to
next. Fine, man.
Bryce, the one thing I take away from that listening is the guys, keep talking. That's usually not a good sign. When you have to really kind of motivate everybody to keep talking, it seems like you're just you're just kind of spent, or because after a while, I mean,
it's exactly the point I was
yeah, you lose so many gunfights, and it just becomes a little bit demoralizing.
It's actually Vitality's biggest criticism is that
really
Watson and PD are momentum players. You get them hot, you get them rolled up. They're godlike. It's a confidence thing for those. Yeah, it was Tommy and Josh you heard. Yeah. Tommy and Josh screaming, keep talking, keep playing, let's do this.
Yeah, I don't know the difference in their voices.
And then it took about 15 seconds for Watson to even say anything, and I don't think I really heard Petey that much at all. It was Tommy doing a lot of the comms, and that's what he's there for. Like I said, they know their own weaknesses. Tommy's a very smart player, and he knows his team's weaknesses and the way he deals with it. He was even saying online, it's very hard to play with my team because they get, unconfident so often. But that's exactly the problem there. They were getting beaten, and you can hear Tommy trying to pump his team up saying, we cannot have this mentality going into the next game.
We're not out of it, even though they were, at that point, pretty much defeated. It's going to be a 250. What was the score, Bryce? He took it away.
Oh, sorry. I'll bring it back for you.
It's 250-123 victory for OpTic Gaming. I mean, Crim 32 and 28, Scump 30 and 24, Formal 38 and 24. Great scores from everybody there. I mean, everybody positive, everybody putting up great numbers in all departments. And then the other side for Vitality, nothing really too much you can talk about positively. No,
I mean, you can actually see in the booth there, we can see on the camera at very least that Tommy and Josh are the veterans on this team, even though Josh isn't that old, are actually telling their teammates, Petey and Watson, and there's a huge communication going on right now of this is what we did wrong, move on. They know how critical it is to get those two team players back on the side.
Right, well, I mean, those are momentum-based players, like you say. You get beat that way in the first map, that's got to really just drain them from everything. Not communicating, not shooting well. So this second map is going to be pretty tough for Vitality. They're going to have to get creative with some shots.
Win at least the first 1 or 2 rounds of S&D to have a chance.
This is a S&D. It's going to be solar that OpTic's pretty good at. So it's kind of a rough draw for Vitality here.
So this is interesting. I was speaking to Tommy in a Pro Player Lounge because I was speaking to him at length about the weaknesses in his team and how he thought it was going to go. And he said he said, but he's been studying because the one thing about Tommy is he's a counter player. He plays counterplay. That's all he does.
Yeah.
So he will literally be looking at all of the games that OpTic have played. He will be figuring out how to outplay them. I think he may be a key player in this, although he hasn't made an awful lot of noise over the weekend. I think he's going to be a key player because he'll be directing not only where his team goes, but he'll be looking to make sneaky picks about what he can do personally.
I mean, that's, great. If I'm OpTic, I probably just try and rush at Vitality.
They keep him demoralized.
Right, they didn't really show you too much in that first map that would lead you to believe like their guns are going to come alive here in this map number 2. I think, like you said, Tommy going to have some creative strats if this Vitality team's going to win. If you're OpTic, you try and take away all randomization, right? You just try and flood B. They're not B. Everybody just flood A. There's no reason to, kind of split up, get pretty, and see how this one kicks off as we're jumping right into the game.
I'm doing one with Petey, usually one of the most aggressive here. It's actually going to be Josh is going to go straight into the kind of the first peaks. Not going to see anything though. There's a big gunfight going down. It's going to be Tommy who managed to get the first play. He's going to be chased though. Can he do something here? Just trying to stay alive. I think he's going to be outflanked as well. Tommy is going to go down. 2 versus 2. Petey and Watson, and Petey will get that first blood as Crim in a 1 versus 2. Now, if Crim clutches this, it's going to be a nightmare for Vitality. Not because of the round loss, but because of the mental game. But it doesn't matter. The duo managing to get this one on side and winning the first round, and already you can see a little bit more hype in that booth.
But you can see how fast that round kind of developed.
Watson also giving a high five to the admin. That's how pumped up he's getting. He needs that.
The audacious one.
The audacious one.
You saw right there how fast that round developed. I mean, 2 kills out of Vitality right away. 2 kills from OpTic right away. Brings it to that 2v2. Karma drops on the bomb site. Crim not able to make anything happen that 2v1. It's going to be OpTic going back on offense. You're going to have Formal with the sniper rifle in hand. He's going to go bottom middle. This is a spot we see him play a lot with the AR.
Yeah. I didn't think Vitality were going to peak that. Like you said, they've been studying. They've been watching how OpTic play, and they're ready to counterplay them.
And we haven't seen Formal really play this position with the sniper rifle that often. I mean, usually he's down here recently with the AR in his hands. Since the players don't allow overkill anymore, kind of really hurt the sniper play, and Crim's going to be left alive in a 2v1 yet again. So Vitality looking to take a 2-0 round lead. He's going to have a player directly to his right. He's going to have one
Tommy
up
Watson's
top.
going to come out for the bait. Can he get it? No, Crim's going to get one! Not enough bullets in the clip to take that second kill. Really good bait and switch there, though, from Vitality. You have to give him credit.
Got a bit scary.
It was. That was perfectly timed, though. Watson came out, took it. Tommy managed to get back out and eventually pick up the kill. If it was anyone else but Crim, they would have completely wrecked them, but Crim still looked like he could have made it.
Crim gets down behind that car. That's a scary. That's a scary fight to have. Tommy's just standing out in the middle of the open on top of a roof, and Crim kind of coming up out of a head glitch a little bit. He probably would have won that, but it's going to be Vitality on offense. In this round, they can just pretty much do whatever they want, right? I mean, get 2 rounds, go back on offense, kind of get a little bit creative. Would like to see them go a little bit aggressive, try and catch OpTic off guard, but it's going to be another slow play looking over towards B.
Tommy's actually just calling out there for his team and not engaging. He wasn't going to engage Formal, but Formal will get a naked kill on the Josh. It's going to disrupt it here, but here goes Tommy. This individual player I was talking about, he loves a good flank, Tommy. But now he's left his teammates high and dry. Petey is going to have to run away, and he goes down. This flank has not worked out for Tommy. He has picked up a kill. He's picked up a second kill. Surely Tommy cannot clutch this.
Yeah, but he's on the other side of the map. He kind of left his teammates out to dry a little bit. I mean, it's great to flank, but it's when it takes so long to develop.
Yeah.
It's not helping anyone.
Yeah, I think if OpTic Gaming hadn't have pushed, it could have been a very, very dangerous flank. But it wasn't. OpTic Gaming played aggressive. They left his teammates without the guns to trade. I mean, and you saw Petey almost panicked and tried to run away. He's like, I've got to get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, he checked mid. He went all the way to A Street. Then he went up top mid. Then he went back to the A Street, went towards the A side, and then back up top mid. It's like by the time he actually went to commit to a play, all his teammates were dead at that point. So he needs to just be faster on those flanks if they're going to be effective.
Well, here comes a fast play from OpTic Gaming and already gone down. Josh will pick one out of the sky. Karma now pushing on as well. He's going to be seen here. Information so deadly to this team. Now, can he get away with it? Watson has picked off one. Surely, though, Karma is still here. No, they don't. They don't. Karma should be able to pick this one. No, Formal picks it up.
Yeah, he's going to get taken out from behind by Josh, so it's going to be Karma left alive here in a 3v1. He's going to have a player up top. Yeah, it's a very difficult fight to win. And now he's just going to try and get away. Smart play not to go through that window. Knew they were going to pre-fire it. Karma clutches.
Oh, look at this. These two are buddying up in a massive way. Tommy's going to be seen. Can he get the second kills? No. Will be traded. That's twice Vitality have relied on the trading game to win a round.
We've seen Karma pull off some crazy stuff here at Gfinity events, right? If he's able to clutch that, It's just another one on the list. But you see, Josh, it will put him away here. And Vitality starting off strong here.
Vitality are refusing to engage in anything 1v1. They just, as soon as it goes into that scenario, they are playing super close to each other.
And this is just about a must-win for Vitality, right? I mean, they lose this map. You can see, the writing on the wall. It's going to be a 3-0 here.
Yeah, you can do as well. And I just feel like they'll get rolled in that third game if they don't win this. Tommy going to be sniping, though. Don't see this all that often for him, but he is infamous for it. Gonna pick up Formula as well. Great snipe there from Tommy. Said he'd be one of the key players here to counterplay as well. Karma not able to make that shot. He should have really done, but will be traded away. Tommy now going on a flank again, looking for another pick.
So we'll see what he decides to do differently this time. I mean, he's got the sniper rifle. He's just going to watch the middle of the map, see if he can catch a player just trying to rotate and flank and get aggressive out of OpTic. It's going to be Crim putting shots on him so they know the flank is watched. And that's why you're going to see Crim and Scump get pretty aggressive over here at B. It's going to be Tommy rotating over, trying to give his teammates some support, but that sniper rifle, it's great to get that early pick. Now later in the rounds becomes kind of a hindrance to your team.
Oh, especially when he can't get that, but Pete will pick up one kill. Crim is left alone in a 1 versus 2. This will be a 1v3 clutch if he can make it. Tommy will have a sniper rifle. He's going to be pushed, surely. They're going to see them both. It's a trade again, and they do it once more. Bait and switch from Vitality, pulling OpTic apart.
I tell you, these rounds come down to like 2v1s in favor of Vitality,
and
but they don't win them easy. I mean, they don't make it easy on themselves right here.
Tommy clearly found that somewhere else on the map, picked it up. That was, I thought he had a sniper rifle there. I thought it was really dangerous, but because he had an ASM one a little bit better. 4-1
if he would have challenged that with the sniper rifle, that would have just been reckless.
I said this before. Tommy had to make serious plays for Vitality to have a chance. So far, he's doing so.
Yeah, starting off 7-3 on the defensive side now is Vitality. OpTic looks like they're going to be bringing this bomb fast over to A. It's going to be led by Scump.
Oh, Tommy shot him down. Can the trade come in? No, Crim will eventually get it onto Tommy. Back to a 3 versus 3.
Yeah, it's a good trade there over at A for OpTic Gaming. They're going to push in to the site. Karma's going to take out PD up top. That's a huge kill now. OpTic in complete control of the A site. Bomb is down, though. It's going to be Formal in the middle of the map, trying to work over towards Karma. Watson going on a very long flank here, Brycey.
Will this work out for him, though, is the real question. I don't think OpTic Gaming have any idea. They think he's pinned at the back, and he isn't. It makes me wonder if they push all the way through, they may end up going to B. I'm not entirely sure whereabouts they're going to play this.
I mean, Watson is just going to play right here.
Yeah, he's
just going to play for this one site, and if they plan at the other one, then just going to try and play the guessing game here and just the COD timing. I mean, you see Watson, he's going to spot both players on OpTic. He's going to be able to take out Karma. Running out of bullets. Formal not going to elect to challenge him right away. He's going to jump down. Watson's going to win that gunfight, and he is fired up. It's going to be a 5-1 round advantage for Vitality, trying to steal this game number 2.
How on earth he got that? To quote Nameless earlier when I saw him on Challenger stage, guy was shooting hellstorms in that engagement.
I mean, Watson's got one of the best ARs in the game, man. I mean, we saw it at EU Regionals, saw it at Champs, now seeing it here this weekend. Can shoot with the best of them.
Certainly can. Coming down, this could be the last round in the Search and Destroy. On board with Tommy as he goes for that dangerous top snipe. Not able to see anybody, though. Information in itself as he now plays alone again. Looking for Crim. Picks up Crim as well. Looking for another shot. Almost hits Karma at the same time, but he will be pushed now. He's surely going to drop.
But this is where he should back out,
yeah,
right? I mean, there's no reason for him to stand there. And just, he's kind of going for like montage clips. It looks like, Tommy just jumping up and down with the sniper rifle. That's going to put it in a 3-on-3. You have Watson able to pick up Karma coming through that blue doorway, and Josh in a perfect position to shut this down, but does not win that gunfight versus Formal. Formal even it up 2 players apiece. Scump and Formal going to work from the back now. It's going to be a 2v1. Watson has to go big here for Vitality.
They see him.
Formal
He's
going to shoot his legs out right from underneath them. Going to keep OpTic Gaming alive.
He was trying to get in a good position just to hide and wait the time run down. Not going to happen this time now. OpTic Gaming will stay alive. Good job for them to spot him, checking all the spots.
We've seen OpTic Gaming make comebacks like this before, right? I mean, if they were to mount this comeback down 5-1 against this Vitality team, I would write them off complete for this game number 3. But when they win this one, it's a comeback uplink, I believe, game 3. It's one that OpTic used to be great at. Now, up and down, kind of shaky.
It's like a switch. So you instantly switch from being the best team of this map to being really, really shaky.
I mean, the other day against Envy, we saw them get absolutely annihilated on that map. So one they can't feel too confident about right now. And you see it's going to be a 3v1 real quick. Tommy on those long flanks that haven't worked. Guess what, Ricey? They're still not working. It looks like OpTic going to bring the bomb all the way over towards A.
The reason, although Tommy's playing really well, 9 and 5, it's a lot of these picks
he's playing lights out, but it's a lot of individual play.
The reason the long flank, and Tommy's done this for the longest time I can remember. the reason the long flanks aren't working against OpTic Gaming is because OpTic Gaming play like a unit. They're always close together. They move as a, as a quad. They're always playing that trading game. OpTic Gaming's S&D is literally a trading game that relies on gun skill. They force you into the teeth of them, and they don't engage 2-on-1.
Well, if he's going to go on those long flanks and they're going to be effective as OpTic Gaming wins the round, he has to have his teammates not push up. They have to play extremely defensive and wait for Tommy to really make those flanks and really kind of at least pick one player off. He's been fantastic.
It's a lot of time as well. It takes a while.
He's been fantastic with the sniper rifle, getting the first bloods, leading team 9-6. Just when he goes on those flanks, when he elects to use them, pull them out as a strat, you have to have the rest of the teammates, wait a little bit longer to engage OpTic, or he has to be a little bit faster and more decisive with his flanks.
Well, OpTic Gaming are not out of this yet. It's still map point. Tommy, as we jump on board with him again as the attacking team, and the information will come in. His teammates are going to know they're all coming in. Josh will go down, and so many players instantly melting here. OpTic Gaming being really aggressive as Watson tries to get out, and Tommy again is alone and down. OpTic Gaming are about to mount a comeback.
And Scump is on some kind of streak. It was on a 5 streak, now a 6 streak. Karma playing well here in this S&D. This does not look good for Vitality. I mean, these last 2 rounds have been pretty dominant. OpTic getting those first bloods, getting the man advantage early, and then just kind of swarming the guys on Vitality. They need to pull out a big defensive round here. If this goes to a round 11, I think OpTic takes it in round 11. Yep. Vitality needs to close it out in this round, Bryce.
But they will be kicking themselves if they somehow manage to choke this, especially after the clutches they pulled out.
Like this.
Josh almost gets picked there. That would have been disastrous for Vitality first time round.
So now they got Karma watching the flank. So now they're expecting Tommy to flank, but it looks like Vitality just going to go for pretty far back defensive setup.
Just waiting here. Got a little bit more passive. Now, who is going to make the first move? See Josh here peeking, so that's information knowing they're not on B-bomb site. Krem looking to flank through middle. Can he make it through? Is there anybody on Overwatch? I don't see anybody actually seeing him. This is now a dangerous position for Vitality.
Well, they got some shots in Watson over at A, and he backs all the way out of the site, so he has no angle on this A bomb. He's actually going to see one player behind the bomb site. He's going to have to back out as he's full red. It's going to be OpTic getting the bomb down. 4v4 situation. Josh going to pick up Formal mid-map. Now you're going to see Vitality take a little bit of time, figure out how they want to approach this, and now going to attack it all together. But as I say that, Karma and Krim picking up 2 big kills for OpTic, trying to force this round 11. Krim with another one. 1 player alive for Vitality.
Gets it. Doesn't really have the time for this. Surely Krim is just not going to challenge. There's nothing really PD can do in this scenario. This is an impossible win.
I mean, PD going to have to defuse, obviously. Krim's going to come out and check it. Does a nice job just staying alive. Krim going to win the gunfight. It's going to be a round 11 here. OpTic Gaming versus Vitality.
OpTic Gaming set it up.
This is a game that Vitality were to give it away, Bryce. That is
it's over. It might mean it's over.
I mean, you talked about how their 2 players are based on momentum.
And you saw it. They started heating up. They started being, gods.
Right.
And now it's gone down.
This is a very easy way to kill momentum, to be a 5-1 and give a game away. It's a huge one, too. I mean, we don't think they're going to win that uplink. I mean, it's comeback. It's one of OpTic's weaker maps, but you still got to favor, North American teams usually a little bit better in uplink. This is a must-win round here for Vitality. It comes all down to this.
They've actually got a man on the flank again. It's Crimsix. Tommy has flanked many times here. Not doing it this time, though.
Yeah, so it's going to be Vitality playing this pretty slow on offense. Krim's going to come around the corner. He's going to get some shots in Josh. So Josh going to back up, but that's going to make Vitality a little bit hesitant.
They've got no map control at all here.
And I feel like, Bryce, just with the way this round's starting, that Vitality's just going to wait too long. Yeah. You can kind of see they're being a little bit hesitant. Maybe, they try and push a site here soon, but just from the look at the start of this round, they're playing for a pick. Yeah, they're playing for a pick. They're trying to get OpTic to be a little bit aggressive, but it seems like they're going so slow. Josh going on the one-man push by himself. Not the play you want to make. Karma's going to be able to take him out. That's going to be the man advantage that they need.
This, for me, is pretty much over unless there's a super play coming.
3-on-3. He's going to get a hit marker on Karma.
They have to make a play now. It's going in an advantage. They've managed to win a few crucial gunfights. But this is the issue, X, and it's always the issue, the clock.
I mean, they're making a smart play bringing it over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the right call. You're going to see OpTic stack over at B. Vitality starts to go cross map. Now you're going to see OpTic realize what's going on here. Tommy's going to win a huge gunfight versus Karma. Scump's going to even it up, though.
Scump in 1 versus 2, 5-5. This is the stuff OpTic Gaming's Dreams fans are made of, and he's just seen them too. This is massive information. Pete's going to engage. No, takes him down. And Vitality will save themselves and win this 6-5.
Barely. That was not an easy.
No, that was not. They had to fight.
They were up
tooth and
5-1.
nail.
They were up 5-1 at one point, but Vitality closes it out here. That, I mean, that is not an easy win by any stretch. I mean, it looked dominant for the beginning of the game, right?
It did. Their coach's picture, which we can see, pretty much summed it up there. Yeah, he had the most stressed face I'd ever seen.
And that's when that last round that OpTic kind of gave away. I mean, they got that first blood. Then it was Tommy able to take out Crim in the corner and then mid.
Yeah.
Even it up at 3 players.
Oh,
apiece.
for OpTic Gaming, the amount that kind of comeback shows how good of a team they are. Simply world class. For me, the difference here was Vitality's choice in playing those 2v1s with the perfect bait and switch almost every single time.
Yeah.
They did it every single time. They didn't get their heads out of it. No one challenged. They waited, they communicated, and they jumped out 2v1. OpTic Gaming never had an opportunity to do what they needed to do.
I feel like a bunch of rounds came down to 2v1, 1v1 situations for
Watson clutched
OpTic, and they were able to get one player, weren't able to get the second player, and Vitality they've just played great all game long. I mean, you see Tommy finishing 12 and 9. We talked about his flanks not maybe working, but the rest of his game was just excellent.
I said he'd be a crucial player. For me, Tommy on S&D has been a staple of European Call of Duty for a long time. His nickname is the Game Changer, and that time he certainly did. I was hoping to see the sniper rifle from Tommy. He is very effective with it. I'm guessing he didn't start off with it that much because, of formal sniping ability there. It's when it comes down to, sniping abilities, sometimes you don't want to risk having to peek out in those positions.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, we haven't seen Formal run the sniper rifle as much, but it's still a threat, right? That he can pull it out. That's one of the great things about Formal, able to run the BAL and the sniper rifle in S&D. He finished that one 6 and 8, though. I mean, not a great performance from him. Karma leading up to gaming at 11 and 9. You had Scump 9 and 7. Crim goes even at 9 and 9. So nobody really with stellar performances. Karma obviously the best one, but he got left alive. I feel like 2v1s. Two or three rounds.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Crim had a 2v1 round that he almost clutched.
And he'd still get one. They always got one, but it was like I said, for Vitality, the difference was they played 2v1s perfectly. Going on the flip side there, when Watson clutched up, Formal was not able to kind of capitalize on the fact that he was weak. Watson managed to reload before Formal got him again, and Watson managed to pull that one out. You didn't see that. I mean, you actually saw time. You saw Tommy jump out, jump back in at the exact right time. And I mean, against Crim almost stuck behind that car, but timing of perfect.
Yeah, just some great teamwork out of Vitality, and they're going to tie this one up at 1 game apiece.
Yeah. Super close, though.
Going into game number 3, Bryce, you've probably seen more Vitality on Uplink than I have. Is this a game that they're strong on? I remember when Tommy was with Epsilon, he was magnificent with the drone, but
they are magnificent with the drone. The problem I'm actually having with any European team today is inconsistency, and I think it's kind of indicative of it at times. You go, Envy, great uplink team. OpTic, been shaky. For me, it's either hit or miss with any European team here I've seen this weekend. And every time I've seen a European team go into, the uplink, for instance, I sit there going, this is probably the point where they lose it.
Yeah, now we've seen time and time again OpTic Gaming on retreat hardpoint, so you would figure this is a must-win for Vitality.
Oh, 100%.
That's their bread and butter, retreat hardpoint. So Vitality is going to win this series. Needs to start here. I mean, they win this one, they play with house money on the next one. You don't want to force yourself into a situation where you need to win that retreat hardpoint.
Yeah, the one that OpTic Gaming is so deadly.
Yeah, more than likely not going to happen. So this is a huge map for Vitality.
Well, let's find out how it goes down, and we're going to jump on board with Vitality first of all. Who would you like to watch, bud?
I think we start with Tommy off the break. If they're going to do something creative, play kind of like what we saw Envy do to OpTic Gaming yesterday, right? Where Octane grabs the drone, goes middle. They had Looney go on the OE and throw it in. This is going to be Tommy who's going to initiate something like that, but they're playing this one pretty slow at the start. It's going to have one player go right by. It's going to be OpTic with control of glass and should get drone control. Tommy's going to be able to take out Crim, but quickly answered by Scump and Karma. It's going to be OpTic trying to bring that drone in for a score. It's going to go for a 1-point throw. Karma's going to knock it down to get on the board first.
Well, you can see here now, it's going to be all up to glass control again, and it's PD trying to fight for it. Players going against him will be traded away. Watson now coming in. For me, Watson really has to hold this down because he's going against the likes of Formal in a BAL battle.
And it's difficult. I mean, he's got to push all the way into glass, and his teammates aren't winning that many engagements outside of it, so they're able to pinch on him pretty quickly. You see 3 gunfights all go in favor of OpTic Gaming on the minimap. The Vitality base full of OpTic players. It's going to be Formal passing it over, dunking it in for 2. And this is not a good start for Vitality. And as I say, they get 4 dead. So now Vitality with drone control has the opportunity to lock OpTic underneath green.
What you were saying was correct, because I was about to make a prediction that if Vitality kept playing like they did, they are going to lose badly. They're playing slow. They're letting OpTic Gaming run a setup. You do that, you let OpTic Gaming run setups, they're going to run it on you all day. you're never going to get anything done. So right now, they have to play fast, and they have to keep OpTic Gaming on the back foot. Right now, they've overextended too much, and Scott's going to get a dunk for it.
And he's going to go for the 1-point throw, and he's going to hit it. That was a little bit scary. No, once he got stunned, I thought he was going to go for 2, like you were saying. Once he got stunned, smart move by Scump there just to go for that 1-point throw. It's going to put OpTic up 2 here. They're still going to be doing a nice job trading around the drone. See Formal going to work his way into glass. Petey's got to make a play here. He's going to be able to take Formal out, so they should be able to get some kind of glass control. He's going to step on one player, not able to finish him off with that, but then pulls out his gun, able to take out Karma. Petey putting on a show, taking out Krim as well. Petey on a 7 streak right now, Bryce. Really starting to heat up for Vitality. That's exactly what they need to keep close in this game.
Well, he like I said, he's one of those players that can kind of pull OpTic apart simply because of how quick he plays. And that's what they need to do here. Listen, you cannot allow OpTic Gaming to run a setup on this because North American teams are, by fact, better at setups on comeback uplink. We've seen them been run train-ons time and time again. If they want to do this, they have to be quick and trying to put a lot of points in now.
Yeah, and you would say Vitality's playing from the side that we usually say is the more favorite side. Comeback uplink, it's evened its way out a little bit since they've kind of changed the spawns over the last few months, but you'd like to see Vitality put up way more than 2 points on this side. Probably they'll put some more pressure on OpTic going into the second half.
On board with Josh now. Josh trying to put a little bit of pressure here. They're fighting for glass control against OpTic Gaming, and it's not working that much. They're not able to keep the pressure on enough for me to kind of keep OpTic away from it. OpTic's got 2-3 bodies in and around glass every single time.
And that's a huge, right there, play by PD, able to stay alive, though. I mean, right there, 3 players die on Vitality. He's able to put some shots in, 1 player take him out, and then just stay alive long enough. Probably stop the dunk, but he's going to give up a 1-point play. It's going to be OpTic throwing that one in for another score, and Vitality needs to get glass control. Kind of harp on it a lot here and come back uplink, but you haven't seen them able to set up in glass at all. Krim with 2 kills, Formal with 1, Krim with another one. It's going to be a 4 dead for Vitality, and see OpTic swarming the base, ready to go for another 2-point play.
Vitality is such a non-factor in glass right now that they generally might as well just let OpTic Gaming spawn there and have done with it.
Yeah, they're trying to OE right now to get the drone, which is the right play. They just need to win some of these gunfights. If they start losing a lot of them, yet again, it's going to be an even easier 2-point play for OpTic Gaming.
And now you see 3 of them down. PD will have drone control. It's going to be up to Krim to try and slow this one down. No one in front of PD yet as OpTic Gaming spawn up as well. This is going to be a 1-point play, surely. And that went in.
Yes, does go in, Bryce. He's able to put that one in for a 1-point play. Watson starting to heat up on the right-hand side here. Matt with the AR. Tommy's got an AR in his hands as well. So looks like we're having a 3 AR setup from Vitality. It's going to be another 1-point play from Josh. As Vitality starts to make a little bit of noise here at the end of this half. And if they keep this one close, of course they can make a comeback on this next half. But OpTic Gaming playing from the good side, it's going to be a difficult train to slow down.
Especially if they keep doing the way they are now. Scumpy's going to run away with that drone. Can he make a play of it? Continue to hold it into his hand. He's going to go down eventually. Crimsic's going Overwatch as well. It looks like OpTic Gaming are just fighting this one slow.
Yeah, no need to really push anything and force themselves into getting counter cap. They're going to try and work a little bit slower here in the final seconds. It's going to be Krim and Formal picking up some kills. Drone going to be in the hands of Crim6. He's going to throw it into the Vitality base. They're going to try and just play for a dunk. They're going to play that drone underneath the goal. See Tommy watching the cross here. He's going to be stunned. Krim and Karma trying to make a play. Krim barely gets stopped there at the goal line. Karma picking up a big 2-piece. Nobody, though, there for OpTic Gaming to put that one in. Petey's going to clear the drone from his own base. That's a huge defensive stand there for Vitality.
It really was. OpTic Gaming had all of the chances, and I guarantee they wish they hadn't thrown that all the way that deep because they just couldn't convert it. Right now, 4-7 for Vitality, and I'm going to make this prediction that OpTic Gaming are about to open a train. I really, really feel like this side that OpTic Gaming are on now, they're very good at, they're efficient. I don't see Vitality managing to run a setup to get this done, which is what they need on the side they're on.
But, they're kind of fortunate that it's not a 9-4 game.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they get 2 huge kills there at the end. Stop OpTic from putting in another 2-point play. And I think if you're Vitality, you need to come out with a play here at the second half.
I'd like to be more aggressive.
Right, give yourself an easy opportunity to score. Something like we saw Envy do the other day. Something like we see TR used to do on Detroit uplink, where they would just throw the drone down towards the alleyway and then pick it up. Something to give yourself an easy 2-point play that kind of throws OpTic for a loop here. If you keep trying to play straight up and respawn game modes, don't think it's going to work out well. Watson with a big interception there. He's going to throw the drone down green side. Looks like he's going to have Tommy pick it up, and they're going to try and run this in for at least a 1-point score.
Tommy going for it. It looks like he is going for that 1 point. Can he get it? No. Not able to release in time. Watson is there going against Scumpy. Misses so many shots as Karma picks up a 3-piece. Scumpy now going to have control. Is heavily tagged up, but that Armish is doing well. Can he get away with it? Look at this. Touching around the players. Will eventually go down. Krim is trying to convert it now. Has to slap in a new clip, and his teammate will put that one home. Tommy able to do nothing but watch.
Yeah, now Krim and Karma have control of the Vitality base. You see there's one player in glass. Scump wins this gunfight. It's going to be a very good chance that they're going to get another cap, as you see Krim on the top of your mini-map in that top right corner, able to start spawn killing Vitality. He's got one player trying to take him out. That was Tommy. So Tommy, all stunned, has to try and defend his base, picking up 2 big kills there. Those are 2 huge kills for Vitality. Krim was in a great position, Bryce, to start spawn killing some more. If he was able to pick up some more of those kills, would have been able to put those in.
Petey with a big flank there to kind of try and regain glass control. Almost turns on Formal, but not quite. Tommy will rip drone away and is relying on speed and armor now to get this one done. It's surely a 1-point play for Tommy. No, he's going for the 2. Still manages to get it in, bringing us back to a 9-6 game.
And that's all 4 dead for OpTic Gaming. So you figure Petey should be able to pick up the drone. See if OpTic decides to OE. They're going to send 2 players back to their base, 2 to OE, and it's going to be a 9-8 game in favor of OpTic Gaming. The lead dwindling down, though, as you see Vitality start to come to life.
Well, right now, 3 of them have gone down, so now they're going to have to be careful on this. Right now, it's very, very close. Petey just trying to go an OE through the middle, and they need to do something here. They've got 1. He's looking for a second player. Already knows they're there. Pre-firing, not able to do it either. But right now, this could be massive. Whoever gains the next part of control could take this game.
Oh, without a doubt, Bryce. I mean, you see how good Vitality's been here in the second half. Tommy picking up 2. He's going to get shut down by Scump. It's really coming down to who gets the last control. The game's starting to slow down a little bit. You saw the pace really pick up there for a few minutes. Now Petey's going to be able to take out 1.
That was a big kill for Petey to at least slow them down.
Yeah, I think OpTic, they're going to try and, yeah, they're going to try and push at least
they
2
missed
or 3 players up. Yeah, they're going to wait on that drone. It's going to be Krim picking it up. They're going to go for, looked like it was going to try and go for 2, but he's going to throw it in for 1. Now he's going to try and slay around the Vitality base, and it's going to be Tommy, last one up. This is going to be a difficult spot for him to fight out of. We saw him do it successfully before. Can he do it again? He's going to be able to pick up 2. Looks like it's going to be Formal going for that 1-point throw. Intercepted by Tommy, and he's going to try and wrap this green.
Can he get away with it? He's gone up top. He's going to go for it. Surely, no. He's going to get. Can he get down? He has. Tommy has out-juked them all here, and he has the opportunity to do something. His teammates flooding in. Surely this should be a 2-point play for Tommy. He's going to go for the 1, and he does get it home. A 1-point game now. Tommy dodging hurricanes of bullets flying through the sky to get that one in.
What a fantastic drone run right there by Tommy. I mean, he was tagged up from all directions. Just did a great job just hiding for a little bit with the drone, and then the great sense of game knowledge of to go for that 1-point play instead of trying to force in for 2, but they're going to give up a 1 point on the other side of the map. Scump's able to put that shot in, and this game is far from over, Bryce. You see Tommy, he's going to be set up over by glass, but he's the only one over there for Vitality. OpTic should get drone control yet again.
Look at that, he's going for it. They're not able to get through. And this is coming into the dangerous position there. If OpTic get control, they can just play this slow. They can play it however they want to. And look at that, 2 or 3 of them stacking now. Petey with a big play. Can he manage to shut him down? Does manage to shut him before he can get away. Petey will drop now, but he's buying time. Tommy has to get in a position to stop this one as well. Watson going up against Formal. Watson gets the nade onto him here. Last opportunity for Vitality.
Yeah, 50 seconds left. Vitality trying to push over towards glass. See Karma picking up 1, but hasn't had the best game in the slaying department. 15-27, 7 uplinks to his name, though. He's doing a good job in the OBJ. Petey's going to push in to glass, so he should be able to control glass. See 1 player coming through the middle for Vitality. That should really be a player who can make a big play. Now, they need to get drone control, Bryce. You see them doing a nice job trading these kills around the drone, but haven't been able to pick it up, haven't been able to try and make a good, strong push as a team. You just see them flooding over here 1 by 1, just exchanging kills. You see 1 player on the flank.
I think Tommy wants it. He is. He's going to take it away.
Yeah, it's Watson on the flank, and he picks up 2 big kills.
He gets away. He gets away. Tommy somehow still alive. Somehow still alive. Gets in the yellow. How on earth has he done this? 2 players going in. He passes to Watson. Watson is going to slam it home, and they've tied it up. There's no way Tommy should have stayed alive.
And there's 1 player on the drone for OpTic. It's going to be Karma. He's going to get cut down, and this is going to end in an 11-11 game. What a play there at the end. Tommy to Watson to put in a 2-point play. Watson finishes that on a 6 streak, and he came through green all the way on the overextension. He was able to pick up 1 in mid, jumped up, picked another one up in the base, then got to that corner. He's able to just use that as some defense for, you know, players rotating back to the base. Gets that pass, puts in a 1-point play.
Tommy moving like smoke there to stay alive. How on earth he managed to get away when the players are Overwatch? He's being tagged up, just making every right move he needed to with the EXO movement.
Yeah, and this is going to be huge, this OT. And they tried to bring it back towards the middle. That's exactly what we saw Envy try and do yesterday. Tommy, with the drone in his hands, what does he decide to do at the middle?
Oh, he's outbalanced them there. They've all rotated back to middle, thinking that's where he was going.
They're going to just try and bring this one glass side, try and pick up some kills, and then run it in. It's going to be Josh and Watson picking up kills for Vitality. Can Tommy get a one-point play? He's going to put it in 28 seconds. There's still a lot of time there. If you're Vitality, you just stun the drone off the start. That's all you need to do if you're Vitality. You throw everyone run double stuns. You stun the hell out of the drone, and then you just try and pick up those kills at range with a bow.
Now this could go absolutely either way. Scumpy getting in position. He's going to go down. Krim looking for it now. They will have drone control. It's going to be formal. He goes down as well. Krim looking for it. Krim now trying to get drone control. He does have it. He has it in a position as well. This is in. This has got to be a position and just gets it. He does. OpTic Gaming will win that one.
Why do you not stun the drone if you're Vitality?
I don't know.
There's really, you had that one player in the middle. I believe the player that Scump ended up killing. That's a good spot for him. He loses that gunfight, but that 3-on-3 on that right-hand side of the map, all Vitality needed to do was stun the drone. OpTic Gaming with a fantastic play there in OT, able to win that one, putting themselves up 2-1 in this series. But these games are incredibly close, Pricey. I mean, outside that first hardpoint was a blowout. OpTic Gaming blew them out. These next two games were so close. Vitality wins that one. They give themselves a really good chance to push this game 5. Now they're going to have to go over to a retreat hardpoint and win that. We know how good OpTic is on that one.
Yeah, we most certainly do. And for me, this is where it ends. Unfortunately, unless we get something incredible out of Vitality.
Yeah, and you see Krim leading the way for OpTic, 39-27. Scump, 38-28. He had Karma down at the bottom, 18-33, but 7 uplinks to his name, doing a lot of the OBJ work for OG. And then on the other side, Watson was unbelievable yet again. You can't say enough about the guy. He's really shown up in this series. 32-24, 2 uplinks to his name. Tommy and Josh doing the OBJ down at the bottom of the leaderboards. We saw PD picking up some big kills, but that is a game that...
I'll give credit to Vitality. However, for me, it looked like OpTic were dominant for 80% of that game. They had more control of glass. They seemed to be in better setups. Somehow, they just get away. I mean, Tommy made a lot of plays himself there. You got to remember the individual somehow getting away with it, Tommy, with the drone control.
Right, Vitality made some unbelievable plays. I mean, Tommy with the drone was just magnificent the entire game. It wasn't a dominating performance by OpTic Gaming. I mean, they were dominant.
They looked in control. They looked like they were more in control and the stronger team.
They were dominant in like stretches. They were in control in stretches, and then you felt whenever Vitality really just kind of started to play all crazy and really fast, that's when they took control, which is kind of odd because you figure, the more you play out of control, fast-paced, the more gun engagements.
But that's how you beat OpTic. You've got to play crazy. They like going toe-to-toe with you.
Yeah.
But you tell you what, let's find out what happens map number 4. Join us just after this.
You wanna rob my boner?
Here comes the money. Money, money, dollar, dollar.
My name is Michael Kent and I'm an esports journalist. What defines gamer style? I'd probably say current, comfortable, and quite young. This outfit, so I've gone for a blazer. I do enjoy a blazer with pocket square. I don't normally dress adventurous. As Steve Jobs once said, by not choosing your clothes every day, which is why I just wear black, that's one less decision to make in a day. Vote for me for best dress, because you know that I'd actually wear this on a day-to-day basis, whereas those guys are going to go back to shorts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time for map number 4, and bringing you the action with me is, of course, the ever incredible Mr. X.
It's been a great series.
It has been a great series.
I thought it would be a blowout, to be honest. I thought after that game 1, I thought Vitality stood no chance in game 2. They were able to take it, not convincingly. Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was going to be convincing. OpTic makes a comeback, and then that, game 3, that was the one that they really needed. I mean, comeback uplink. OpTic, you figured uplink in a game mode, you'd favor them in that one. Comeback, not their strongest map over the last few months, able to squeak that one out. Really going to be looking at how Vitality played that OT. I mean, you saw 28 seconds with the 1 point. Just wasn't a lot of time. Like, I mean, you had a lot of time to work with there. It wasn't like a great score.
Yeah.
Out of Vitality, had a lot of time to work with.
As soon as I saw it, I was sitting there going, this OpTic loved this scenario. I mean, the amount of times you see him hit a quick 1.
Right.
They love it. They're going to be aggressive, and it was Crim. I think he managed to get a 2-piece there at the end. He got the first kill. Obviously, when his teammate died with the drone, he had to kind of jump up, go, and it would come down to a 1v1 battle. But the other player was below him and facing the wrong way. And right from then, Crim had nobody to do him. The pressure was on him there, though. If he missed that shot, he would have never lived it down.
And we see there's actually a league match I cast. It was a Parliament uplink. Crim just didn't really know the 1-point throws. He actually went for a 2-point. So right there, pretty confident with his throws on comeback, and they're able to win that one. So going to be OpTic Gaming up 2-1, going into hardpoint retreat. This is one since the beginning of AW has been pretty much a guaranteed win. I think somewhere like 94% of the time they win this one. So Vitality has a lot to deal with on their hands here in this one.
On board with Formal. Formal trying to do some work there. Long range. This is the map that a lot of people really favour him on, but automatically going down 1-0. And it is actually going to be Vitality who start off well.
Yeah, Karma picking up 2 kills. Going to try and make something happen in the hill here. He's going to have a player in front of him. That's Formal. Formal just kills him for absolutely no reason. So OpTic getting off to a shaky start. It's going to be Crim diving into the hill. He's going to be able to tank out 1, then get the assist on a kill. Finished off by Scump, but really you're going to be looking at hill number 2. 20 seconds left here. Who decides to rotate early? Who gets the first few seconds on that statue hill?
It's going to be just doing some work here, and it will be able to get me, of course, who take the lead back here, doing big work, but they will combine here, the team of Vitality, Tommy and Josh, to get a few kills. But the rotation is most important, as you said, Mr. X. Josh going right around the back by tree, looking towards stairs, heavily stunned up, sees nothing, and has to back off.
One player in the hill for Vitality, though, is actually Petey. Somehow he got in there. It's going to be Karma picking up 2, Formal with 1. Now OG seems like they have control, but Tommy doing a nice job, not just pushing into the hill by Lonesome. He's going to try and pick up some of these players on the cut back towards the hill. It's going to be able to get to just his teammates not able to win these gun engagements by the back stairs. Crim with 1, Stump with another, Karma picking up a 3rd. It's OG in complete control of this hill.
Karma just loving using this power work here. Actually has 2 guns on him, has an ASM1 as well. Tries to pick up another one, not able to completely convert that shot, but his teammate will. And it's automatically looking like OpTic are just bringing their infamous slaying to the fore.
Oh, and they are crushing right now. Karma getting off to a 9-5 start, same as Scump. And I want to go to listen with OpTic Gaming, see what their comms are like, how they're putting the pressure on Vitality.
Yeah, there's 2. One's one shot and one's top ball.
I'm gonna go push through.
One's pillar.
I'm gonna push through.
I got 2.
Nice, good up.
They might. Yo, back cave, 2.
I saw one pillar. I just saw one pillar.
Back rock. That guy's stunned. What's his back rock? Another one.
One more, no, green desk. I got naded from back rock.
Push.
Divider dead. One more brute. Grab this.
Yeah, ground desk got me. Got him. Nice. Another back rock. Back rock. Hit it.
Back rock right now. Back rock dead. One more hill.
We got green desk.
Green desk dead.
Got weak in hill.
There's 2.
Last guy, all 4.
Okay, one
more back door.
Front.
That cave.
He's gonna be stunned.
Nice.
Ground desk. Ground desk weak. He's laying by the desk. Just hold it back.
There's 2 pillar. One's bush pillar.
One
Ground desk. One more pillar.
One shot on the back. One shot back door.
Yeah, fucking bush coming.
One's up.
One's mid. Watch out, Bush.
Front door dead.
I can watch him
Nice,
back.
good job.
He's round desk.
I'm hitting him, guys.
One's rock weak.
Rock on me. One's pillar. I got two.
Nice, Matt.
I got three. Let's go.
Nice.
Go.
His front door, he pushed him pillar. He's the rock.
You got me. Nice, good trade.
Nice.
Dub.
You pushed on my dub, guys.
All good. I'm going. Pillar. Dead.
Nice, Ian.
Gotcha.
Build in there. They're gonna be
Yeah,
backside.
there's two down low.
Yeah.
They pushed bottom circle.
Are they dub?
I'm not sure.
I got
He's
one.
pillar.
I got two. One more. Back jungle and hill. Back jungle and hill.
One dub.
Hill got me. He's in the bottom left. Yeah, I can't see my bottom to you. All good.
Two hill. Oh, I think one's on our
I got one.
Slide. I'm looking dub sets. Back left.
Nice, two.
Nothing flanking. More hill guys.
Laying down.
Nice. I'm going flank. I'm going flank.
Watch out. I died. Get hill.
Top circle dead.
One shot.
One's in hill. He's looking at you. He came back to you. Nice, one in hill still.
He's one shot hill.
Okay.
Nice guys, good job. They're gonna be
We
behind
got spawns. One circle stairs. Top circle.
Two top circle.
They spawn lane lobby.
You guys stun dub. Dub step stun. Square.
One's mid map. He's behind the red all.
You going circle? Oh, we never kill him.
Circle.
Nice. Last guy back circle. One challenge.
One more top circle. Start play spawns.
Yeah.
They're hurt at the
Last guy me.
Well, there you go, Mr. X. Not only is there fantastic small talk from OpTic Gaming, but Krim looked so casual there, he didn't even realize he hadn't killed a player. He's now on
he
a
was
6th
laying
streak.
down right outside the doorway.
I didn't kill him.
He's like, I got a guy, and I was like looking at it, I was like, I didn't see any points pop up. And then he's like, just looked down, he was right there, but did a fantastic job holding. And something I just wanted to point out there, when the lead started to go in Vitality's way, right? A lot of other teams would have assumed, oh, it's just the fact that we're not getting in the hill, not getting the hill time. But you heard OpTic just start to say, let's just keep slaying, let's just slay out. And a lot of teams in that situation would have just started playing for the hill, and what you probably have seen is Vitality just keep slaying, keep control of the hill. A lot of the times when you're not getting hill time, it's because you're just not slaying out of the hill. Yeah. Really, you just gotta, as much as everyone wants to make it about, rotations and whatnot, it's a kill-dependent game, right? Yeah. It's a kill-dependent game mode. So really, when things start to go south in hardpoint and the score starts to mount towards the other team, all you have to do is really just buckle down, focus on picking up those kills, and everything else will come.
Well, jumping on board them now, and you can see a little bit of a change here. It does seem like Vitality will go toe. It was exactly equal. It's basically a completely fresh map, fresh start for the second set of rotations, and it's been back and forth the entire time. This has not been one-sided like we suspected it may have been, Mr. X.
No, Vitality did a great job holding down that last hard point. That's really where they make up a bunch of their time, as Krim just absolutely destroys that player up top.
Krim bot activated.
He's playing actually really well in this series, on a 4 streak right now. Scump 26-20, leading the lobby in kills. See, Formal, you expect him to pick it up. That's what I'm really going to look at in the second half. 17-20, we'll call it, through the first half of the game. See what his score ends up being. It's a pretty good bet that he'll finish better than that. Obviously, picking up tons of kills with the AR. Peak comes to life. You expect OpTic to blow this one open.
He certainly do. On board with Watson knows him and Tommy will combine for 4 kills. He's going to drop straight away as he was weak, and already players going down. Big kills from both squads going on. They are just trading blows everywhere, Mr. X.
Yeah, and Vitality doing a nice job keeping this one close, Bryce. And I actually want to do a listen with Vitality, see if their comms are good, if they're going to make a comeback in this game. That's essential.
Balcony. He's one bully. It's one pull. Yeah. Pull, lay down. Nice, good job. One down, go, push. Below backstairs as well. Let's running backstairs.
Tom is 1 minute. No, it's Tom.
On the pass, wait, Tom. One shot. Let's get push. Split push. I'm going lobby. Are you in lobby? Yeah. Let's go now, Josh, I'm with you. He's in there. Now. Pull up. Top lobby. We have to get time with this. Bottom lobby dead. He's backstairs. He's on the hill. One shot. Foremost, literally one shot. There's top lobby. Foremost, one shot. Come weak again. Pull George.
Balcony dead.
Challenge it. Bottom lobby as well.
10 seconds.
Teams, one shot. Pull up.
Oh, no, two.
Get to 4. Got your mid. We have to be fucking huge now. Got your mid. He's stunning me mid. I haven't got mid. I'm in the corner mid. Who's got it? Anyone got mid?
Got mid. Now, two mid. One flanking dub. One is flanking dub.
One more pull again. He's in. Comes in. With a SMG. Yeah, back pull on me. There's 2 on me. Spawned out. Two there. He's mid. P1, he's gone Towers beyond you. I've got Towers. Towers should be dead.
Got to back it now.
Close out. One shot. On the left, green desk.
Left, right.
Let's start stacking up. We need time. Back.
Let's go.
Back. Pull.
He got me.
Bounce cheek.
Formal or just kill?
One shot. 2 back pull. Let's get time.
Fail off.
Pillar. Push out. 1 shot. Next to you. Coming now. Brown desk.
There's two brown cheek.
Calm weak.
Keep going.
It's one top dog.
Calm as one outside.
One after that big. Nice. Go next.
All right, the interesting thing about that is the communication actually started to slow down as the game went on, and that's probably to do with just how much
indicative with the score.
Yeah.
That is directly tied to the score. Vitality falling out of this one. See Scump going absolutely massive so far for OG. On pace, it's going to drop 50 in this one. You would think, minute 40 to go, 41 kills. Crim doing a nice job in all departments. See everybody really pulling their weight for OpTic Gaming, and this is something you haven't seen in a while, right? Everyone positive, everyone picking up, the 30-plus kills you would imagine these players do. And when they play like this, it's almost impossible to beat them, right? I think, at least in my opinion, when they play to their full potential, there's only one team that can give them a game.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. And then the score, when it was tied up, was neck and neck, and that was coming into the second rotation. Since then, I think Vitality have only got, 20 points max, whereas OpTic have got 100.
If that. I mean, how close was the game at the half?
I think it was 118 to 118, but I'll be quoted on that, and it'll probably be wrong.
It was 99 to 98 at the exact halfway point. And since then, I mean, it's been all OpTic Gaming.
They tied up at 98-98.
Yeah.
But since then, it's just been kind of a bit of devastation. And like I said, you could hear Fast and Frantic, and you could see Vitality not making the kills. They couldn't get the trades. OpTic Gaming just kept cutting them open. And even when they thought they had the pressure, OpTic Gaming would make a string of kills, and it would be suddenly off again.
And Watson's played great all series long. I mean, you can't really pin it on the fact that he didn't show up in this matchup. I mean, 38 and 33 right now on a 4 streak, finishing it off towards the end. Just patting his stats a little bit, picking up some easy kills as players run in. But at least in my opinion, from what I've seen this weekend, I think he's the next player that makes his way over to North America to play.
Stop stealing our players, Mr. X.
I'm just saying, I think, he's definitely going to get a shot. He's a player that's definitely proven himself to be worthy, that can play against the top competition.
Yeah, I agree. I think Watson and maybe Mad Cat.
Yeah, I think Mad Cat as well. I mean, we've seen Mad Cat try to play in North America before.
Yeah, a couple of times. It hasn't gone well for him. He doesn't have the best history with it.
No.
However, I do believe that eventually he will go, and so will maybe Watson. I mean, this is the time to start pinching more people. I mean, Peter did a great job. 14 catches there for him, getting a lot of interactions.
So take a look at the scoreboard real quick. Now that I'm officially working for Maven Stats.
Maven Stats?
Yes, Maven Stats.
Oh, is this all Formal all the time?
This is what I was talking about before, right? I said at the half, if Formal came live, it was going to be a blowout. The game ends in a blowout. Formal at the half, 17 and 20, finishes the game 37 and 32. Good for 20 and 12 in the second half.
Yeah, this is kind of the story here. I mean, the last two hard-point retreats I've actually seen with Formal. I expected him to get 50 kills, but they don't expect that from Formal every single game. I'm sure most of us do. He kind of went, relative with the rest of his team here. It was Scump, who was just being in your face, picking up ridiculous kills everywhere. Load of captures, most defends on his team as well. I mean, that's a 1.37 KD ratio actually hit. And for them, it was just, it did turn into a blowout. First half, even. Second half, ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's the thing about OpTic. When they don't have a great hardpoint game, like their first half of that game was pretty average. I mean, 98-98. When they're playing like that, you need to really just give yourself a huge lead that you can bank on, because those players are going to come alive in the second half.
Yeah, you certainly can. Well, let's have that game broken down by our incredible analyst panel. And Puckett, over to you.
All right, thank you, Brycey. True professionals here at the Top Man Analyst Desk. Shane, you had a lot of nice things to say about OpTic Gaming. Scumpy in that last one, 48 kills. He's averaging 37-something. 48 in that final retreat.
Oh, that's going to top his average up a little bit. If you've noticed Scump on the last few tournaments on that map, I haven't seen him drop less than 40 once, to be honest. For some reason, he just finds that map so easy to play, where I guess it's kind of AR dominant. But when you've got Formal watching over you, it makes it 10 times easier for Scump.
Gunchi, earlier in the day, we had some pretty crappy predictions so far. In that one, we're spot on. How you feel?
Mr. X was trying to rip me at the start of that for predicting 3-1, but somehow came through, even though I did agree with Shane that it was going to be 3-0.
You two were nervous when it before about the 5-5.
We were really nervous. Like, it started, what, 5-1 in that search and destroy? Let's go to game 2. We're just going to jump ahead to game 2. Talk to me about the strength of Vitality, because, to be honest, I think a lot of people expected this to be a blowout. Vitality looking a lot stronger than a lot of the Americans on Twitter that I saw were giving them credit for. Their search and destroy, though, what specifically made them a standout team here with this solar performance?
So Vitality play quite a unique play style on S&Ds. Any team with Tommy in it is very unique because Tommy, like we say a lot of the time, he just plays the counter of the other team. So when he watches another team play, he'll just know that they do certain things and he'll pick up on it and he'll just play to kill that player. If you notice, Tommy in this S&D, he was playing a lot of solo plays, which I don't like seeing. I like teams sticking around trying to trade kills. But what he was doing was trying to get in behind OpTic's back 4, and he kept picking off kills constantly and kept working them in their favor a lot of the times. I was a bit scared towards the end when it was 5-5. I didn't know if they were going to be able to close it out. But
you opened up 5-1, and that you saw the energy in the booth there after Watson got that nasty 1v2. Shane, though, how did OpTic Gaming start mounting this comeback? Actually, you know what? Go ahead and walk us through this round 11.
It just started off. I think it was 4. Yeah, they got picked at the start, and Tommy is one of the most composed players on the planet. But in my opinion, they started bringing it back because OpTic. Vitality started playing a little bit scared. They lost that round to make it 5-2, and then they started doubting themselves. Before that, they were making it really aggressive. As soon as they gave up the aggression, you don't give OpTic space to breathe. Like, you need to play reckless, and it was working. As soon as they stopped doing that, they made the comeback, and but fortunately, they clutched up at the end.
I saw this one being over. You know, I was like, okay, you got 2 players left alive, and then all of a sudden it was just Vitality able to close it out. OpTic Gaming, their massive comeback was just ended right there. They had 4 rounds in a row to force that round 11, and then Vitality wakes back up and is able to finish. Let's talk kind of broad picture here of the entire matchup here. Gunchi going in, honestly, after we said 3-1, we were like, oh, we might regret that, especially after the finish to the first hard point. But how did it go in the initial minutes of the hard point?
The first hard point?
First one, yeah.
Well, the first hard point, it was just complete whitewash. I mean, Vitality was like 4 Pac-Mans running around. It was.
Oh my lord!
It was just like.
He's not even here, and you're throwing
Jesus
jabs?
Christ!
Unnecessary, guys.
It's payback for the little dig he had yesterday, but yeah.
Okay, continue.
So basically, Vitality would rotate to every single hill first, and because OpTic are so good, they can just break in hill straight away. When the Vitality set up on the rotation, if they get the initial 4 kills at least, they're guaranteed a good 15-20 seconds on that hill. They didn't make that happen. Like it rarely ever happened. So OpTic would just run in with subs, get control of the hill, and that's it. They'd hold the last 40 seconds, and then Vitality would win a rotation, and it was just continuous, and in the end, it led to what, 120-point gap, I think.
That map was just a total annihilation from OpTic. I think Vitality somewhat expected that. I think they left the booth after that game, and they were all holding their bums. They were limping a little bit. But that's what happens when you play OpTic. What I did like to see, though, is what Gunchi and Swanee reiterated in the game before. When you're losing, you know you're going to lose. You need to motivate your teammates, taking some momentum to the next map, because you don't want to sit there and let them keep dominating you, getting 4 pieces, because that gives them the confidence. And I'll give credit to Josh and Tommy for doing that.
Absolutely. You heard the small talk. Trying to reinforce that. I think we did see breakout play out of Watson in kind of this entire series. He had a pretty strong series against OpTic Gaming, all things considered. Strong 4th game as well. But I wonder, will he be able to grow in that part of his game, be able to stay focused and communicate the whole time through? Because I think we saw that from OpTic Gaming from the very beginning. Even in the uplink, when things got shaky, they were able to bring it back. Real quick, before we get to the interview, let's talk about that uplink game. Fellas, what did you see there from both squads?
One thing I wanted to bring up is Karma has been really, really struggling on comeback uplink. For some reason, OpTic are notorious on comeback, but I would say it's been their worst map for the last few months or so. I can't remember a time where they've won it. They got pretty fortunate here, to be honest. I think Vitality just got a little bit ahead of themselves, and then they just lost it, to be honest. It could have made it a lot easier for themselves. They scored in, like, how many seconds was it again?
It was like 28 seconds. Like, what was quite weird about the game was both teams played the bad side, and they both took more points off the bad side, which you never really see on comeback. It's quite a rare occasion to see that. But talking more specifically what Shane was talking about, at the end, on the overtime. Vitality, all they needed to do was get glass control, and that way OpTic would have no chance of getting that ball.
And look at this overtime energy that you're seeing from Vitality. I think if they win this game, they have a much better performance on the second hard point. But let's watch the overtime as it plays out. At this point in the game, Tommy was just the superstar. You constantly heard Mr. X giving him credit for all of the plays he was making, not just the scores that he was making possible, but also just the kills he was laying down at the important time. Lots of interactions there. And he and Watson, the nice performance to end out regulation time. But here in overtime, I thought, oh, man, this game is done. We're going to see Vitality able to take it. Tommy clutching up in the kill here. Krim backs down and then gets the assist from a teammate. Fakes mid. You can see the mini-map. 2 players jump to mid to catch it. Tommy waits for his teammates. Nice rotation here. Big kill out of Josh. And then Tommy is just not going to miss. You see him getting the angle. So smart, using the cover, able to sink it. However, OpTic doesn't go down without a fight. What did we see in the second side of overtime here, Gunch?
I can't remember what happened in the second overtime.
They beat the clock. They scored fast.
So yeah, that basically Vitality just did not play for glass control. Like I said, they just sat back. I think they kind of expected OpTic to take this ball mid. So Petey obviously got killed there because he was expecting it. Scum made the big initial play, and then Krim just came up so clutch. He got a kill. Everyone was off respawn from Vitality, and he just puts in the 1-point play.
Krim had an awesome map.
He only had about 7 seconds there. So a very close overtime led to a finish from OpTic Gaming. They're able to close out the retreat. I think Scump, superstar in that game for 48 kills, as we mentioned. But it looks like our interview is just about ready. So we'll get to that in a second. Fellas, before the interview, final thoughts here on OpTic Gaming. Are they the strongest team we've seen today?
I feel like I chose FaZe before this event, but if possible, the team at production, I'd like to edit the FaZe picture to an OpTic one. Their hardpoint game has been incredible this event. They said themselves, they just want to fix their comeback uplink. It's been played a lot in the winners bracket so far, and it wouldn't surprise me to see it again in maybe in the next round. I
just think OpTic, if they sort the rest of these out, they've already won this tournament. I mean, their hardpoint is remarkably good. Uplink, I think, probably could favour FaZe, but if they sort the rest of these out, OpTic, I think they will take it.
If it comes down to OpTic versus FaZe, I think it all comes down to that uplink. For now, though, enough from us here at the Top Man Analyst Desk. Let's send it to Mike Kent, who's standing by with Krim 6.
Thank you. Yep, here with Krim. Krim, 3-1, but it didn't look that close on paper. Oh, sorry, in the actual game. What happened?
Comeback uplink. I mean, we play it all the time for some reason now. You know, we never play Biolab uplink. I don't know what's the deal with that. But, yeah, that was like the first time we won it since 1999. So, you know, we're happy. So, but we got to get better at it, obviously, and we talked about it. Every time we play it, we're actually getting a lot better at it. We scrimmed Envy on it before, and we got bopped on it. But, yeah, just happy to win that uplink.
In the uplink, yeah, obviously you guys went down 28 seconds, I think it was. What did you say to the guys to do? What was your thought process?
Just the same thing it always is. Just kill him. We're gonna have to kill him, guys. Like, you know, we're not gonna score without killing him. So that's basically what the pre-overtime talk was.
In the S&D, you obviously went 5-1 down, and then you got back to 5-5. What was your thought process again going through the last round of that S&D?
Honestly, I didn't do much in the S&D. It was just kind of, I don't know. We won a lot of the clutches and like just the rounds we should have won. Like we won those rounds. I think we got first blood a lot. Actually, I think it was just Tommy stopped sniping us, and right when he stopped sniping us, you know, we started winning rounds. We got first blood a couple of times, so that obviously helped.
A common theme coming up is Americans not used to playing European teams. Yeah. Do you think that's true? Do you think it's a lot different playing them?
Honestly, it's not that different. You know, it's weird because I always say this. In Black Ops 2, the Europeans are probably, you know, tier 1 in terms of like in-game intelligence and in-game sense. But in this game, you know, they'll do some crazy things. We always refer to them as like, you know, the last 10 seconds in the hill, you're not safe. You're getting pushed. So
you're going to be playing OpTic Nation next. Yep. What's it like? What's it going to be like playing against people that you know really well and obviously even live with some of them?
Yeah, I live with Mbos. It's going to be an interesting match. I know all the guys pretty well. You know, they're all really good friends. And it's going to be, I think OpTic's going to win, so.
Has there been any sort of mind games between the two of you?
Not really.
Is there anything you're going to do differently knowing that they might know what you do?
Nope. If they know what we do, that's fine.
Well, that's very conclusive from Krim, but this has been down on the floor. We're going to go back to Chris Puckett in the studio. They're going to talk a little bit more about the game.
All right, thank you, guys. We talked a lot about the positive things that we saw out of OpTic Gaming, but I do want to give a lot of credit to Vitality. A tough matchup here in the quarterfinals. They had a nice run. They beat TCM last night after a loss on Friday night. They were able to get a little bit of revenge. Vitality, I think this is a team that is going to continue to get better. They already won the EU League for the Gfinity Pro League. What do you expect to see from them next? Well,
they shouldn't be disappointed from this result, first of all. Like, they were so close to winning that uplink. They could have gone last map. They could potentially have won it, so they shouldn't be too down on themselves. I think they're a team that, in the long run, that they can stick together for a long run. So we just need to see them keep improving, keep going to European tournaments, and then we have the MLG Worlds at the end of the year. So hopefully they can qualify for that and just show up again and just prove everyone wrong.
Shane?
Like Gunch said, after losing to OpTic, you can't get your head down about that. They could have won the series. That uplink, if it went a different way, the S&D was 6-5, but you saw them dominate for the first 5 or 6 rounds. And so going into that last S&D, I don't think OpTic would have been as confident as Vitality were. Their S&D has been on point all weekend, and unfortunately, that was the first time they lost an uplink.
It's a great matchup, but OpTic Gaming moves through. They will now face off against OpTic Nation just a little bit later in our semifinals. But first, we're going to see our FaZe versus Infuse semifinal match. Before that, though, we got to catch up with 2 notorious players from the Call of Duty scene. TP and Aches got together to do a little Mr. and Mrs.
I don't think he liked France very much, so I'll say the UK. Let's go with that. Drawing a blank here. Yeah, I won't even answer. I'll take the L on this one. Let's say Black Ops 2. If he were to switch to another esport. He's on a CS ground. I'll go with CS. Dogs. I'll go with dogs. Dogs are better. You're just answering questions.
So I'm trying to get your answer.
Yeah.
Okay. United Kingdom? Yeah. Okay.
I said you hated France, so it had to be this one.
I fucking hated France. Wait, of all time? I don't even know that. Did you take the L on that? I don't know that one.
Is that a point? Yeah. I didn't know. I had no idea what to say.
I have no clue.
Hell yeah. Give us the point on that one. I hope you say the right one.
Black Ops 2. Yeah, it had to be. Counter-Strike.
That's cool.
They got some nice prize pools. Maybe Halo, though, with their surprise announcement.
Oh, yeah. Gotta switch over.
Uh-oh. Dogs.
Give us the perfect score, baby.
Yeah?
Perfect score. Hold on, extra credit. We're gonna say this at the same time. This is true duo shit right here. Most fun Call of Duty map on 3. 1, 2, 3. Scrapyard. Let's get out of here.
You wanna rub my boner?
You